had to know like the meta's not going to change too much.
Yeah, that's the annoying thing.
I'm thinking like, are they going to hide builds for the upcoming season? But it's like, I mean, it's not really much you could hide. You're gonna have to invent builds with the same units. I don't know. That we'll see how it works out. Either way, we still got StarCraft going strong for another 2 years, and definitely beyond that. And I'm excited. Here we are. Speaking of StarCraft and not dying, here is a rebirth of players and teams. Spawning in the top left-hand corner, it is the Red Terran player playing for Rebirth Esports. It is the well-known player here. If you don't know him, get on Wikipedia and look him up. It's none other than NeO.
And in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Peruvian Terran. He is purple, also representing Team Rebirth. It is Tavo. Wait.
I had a friend named Tavo.
Oh?
Gustavo. We always called him Tavo.
Ah, okay.
That'd be weird if Tavo's real name isn't Gustavo.
It would be weird, but it's possible, maybe? Question mark?
Very possible. This is StarCraft.
Yeah.
Who is it that has like a really cool name and just went like with, it was like Eric or something, or Paco Mike?
Paco Mike, yeah. His name is
One of these players
Francesco.
has like a, yeah, it's Paco Mike. He's got like a really cool name, and he's like, I'm gonna go with a boring name.
I know. Like, how sick would he be? Like you have a player come out like Fernando or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's what you want.
That's a Latin American player who I'm scared of. Instead, we got like NeO and Tavo. Those aren't scary at all.
Right?
We need more opposite names like Cuddle Bear. Like, why is there no Osito or something? Well, I don't know what other cute animals there are.
Like, okay, here we go. Look at this. I just looked him up. NeO's last name, Mendoza.
Mendoza? That's pretty common in Texas.
Yeah, but like a player called Mendoza, you know, that's pretty sick, right?
Yeah,
like,
that is pretty dope. That's a pretty cool name. Yeah, there's a lot of ways people could have taken it, and then they just went. They just did not go hard on the names.
Shaking my head.
Like, if I have to think of any crazy name, the only cool name is like Darkness.
Darkness?
Can't think of any name that stands out. Like, I'm like, who has a really cool name? Nothing comes to mind. Turkey Dano. Because I have no idea what that even means. Did we ever ask him why he chose that name? No,
we
right?
haven't. Yeah, we have no idea.
We only casted him a couple times. Actually, we've casted him a lot in those couple of times.
we had, there was a period where we had like maybe 2 months full of Turkey Dano.
Yeah, just full. I remember like maybe like 3 big casts in a row. It was just majority Turkey Dano.
Yep.
It was great though. I don't regret it at all. But as we see here, we have Terran things going on.
That we do. We have Tavo coming in here with 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions, looking to try and deal some damage. Meanwhile, we have a Cyclone on the way, but it's not out quite yet for NeO.
Now these guys, same team. Oh my god, the Cyclone's out. It's exposed, but the grenades are going to get Tavo's units out of there. These guys, same team, same country, I do believe. You got to imagine these guys have practiced against each other nonstop since they joined the team.
Oh yeah.
They're probably like really close friends. They probably practice all day with each. Look at these builds. Look at these guys. They're in sync.
There we go.
They're like 2 women that hang out constantly.
What are you trying to say?
They're in sync, you know. They're just like they're matching energy.
Yeah, there you go. They're synced up. And
they're finishing each other's sentences.
You know, one of them like brings up an obscure reference about, and it says Splinter Cell, but really they were talking about Metal Gear Solid, and they knew.
They just knew, yeah. That's what I mean by synced up.
Oh god!
And here we have the. Oh, this is pretty bad. Now he's gonna lose all this, but that was pretty darn good. 6, maybe 7, 6 workers for 3 Reapers. that's pretty cash money.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like Tavo, he's ahead in terms of the economy now. Immediately throws down his own third CC, and I'm surprised NeO hasn't really like ramped up into anything. Like there's no third CC, there's no extra production or anything like that. That's kind of what I've been waiting for NeO.
Yeah. Kind of both sides. I mean, we see the Ravens coming out. There goes the expansion there for Tavo. NeO, he's now behind in workers, and what's his answer? How's he going to get back in the game? Is he going to try and expand late? On site? I guess that makes him even?
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
But that's not enough to come back from being down workers, I feel. I want to see a Raven go across the map.
Yeah, this helps, but as you said, like, it'd be nice if NeO tried to deal some kind of economic damage. He does lose his own Reapers.
But I feel like who would you favor in this matchup? I would say NeO.
I would say NeO if he can get into the swing of things. What I mean by that is, again, like we've seen NeO play a lot of mech, and there it is. I was waiting for it. I wasn't 100%. I was dancing around it, but there we go, another factory. So he is going to be going. His style is like mass tank Viking, and we know like that can be pretty hard to break.
Unless you hit early.
Oh yeah. Doesn't matter how many tanks you have, as long as there's enough energy on these Ravens, you can just disable them and just push on forward.
Yeah, I think the Ravens are going to end up disabling each other.
Oh.
I think NeO also went double Raven. Oh, did he go triple Raven? No, double. They're just stacked, so it looked confusing. But he knows it's coming.
Oh, does he though? Does he? He sends out a scouted Marine looking to try and find the army.
This is genius. I would have moved out across the map already looking for him.
There's another Marine. Oh, is he gonna find him?
The scout! Oh my god, you already see just turrets go down. So he lost one tank, but he got out of there. I mean, talk about loss prevention there.
Okay, Tavo, he survives, only losing one tank. Meanwhile, this Marine in the center of the map confirms that Tavo is backing off and going back home. So NeO, he can rest easy. Yeah, he does. He turns. Oh, no, never mind.
Oh no, almost. That would have been big brain. Or maybe pivot.
Pivot.
I was trying not to say it for once.
I need to watch Friends.
Me and Light Extinct. Yeah, I don't know where to watch it now. They took it off of Netflix or Hulu or whatever it was on over here in America. Which is weird to me that it's different in every country.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Which is
I
annoying.
do know a friend who has like a VPN on their phone so they can watch Netflix from anywhere, any country.
Yeah. I know people who do that as well. When they want to watch a movie, it's like, oh, it's not here. And they just like surf around, go to different countries to try and find it.
Yeah, it's a little too risky for me to watch a video on my phone or laptop.
It's fair.
But I will buy the Friends DVD box set to watch it again, probably.
There we go. Old school. Speaking of old school, so this is the downside of how NeO plays. We got tank Viking. There's no buffer. Like there's like no Hellions. There's no real like cyclones. So he's a little bit vulnerable. But he pushes on forward, and Tavo was unsieged.
The Vikings are the buffer. He kills all the air, drops the Vikings, and now you got a sponge.
Oof.
This is a Mexican standoff.
Is the sponge big? Is it big enough to soak up all the Marines? You know.
That is the question. These Marines are a hefty liquid.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a lot of water retention capability, and the Vikings are out of position, leaving, like you said, nothing on the ground. He pulls the SCVs. What a madman. Tavo's going to clean all this up. And now it's his chance to move across the map. He's down in workers now. Heavily. He's got to go for it. He's got to unsiege everything and go.
Go.
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
There you go.
Okay. He's unsieging.
If I were him, I would just get Marines. I wouldn't even bother with Marauders anymore. Oh, I guess with the mech, I didn't see those Hellions coming out. I think that's a good one by NeO. Getting Hellions, sending them across the map. They're cheap. You don't have to put a medevac with them.
Yeah, it's something that he was missing a little bit with that push. Like that's like NeO's pushes, they're scary, but at the same time, like there are weaknesses to them, and we saw Tavo was able to exploit that. We see he's already expanding, taking this 4th base. At the same time, though,
NeO's securing that rich Vespian geyser, being a little greedy boy here. Tavo, he's down in workers. I mean, NeO's he knows he's up in workers, and he could secure the safe 3rd or 4th base, but he's gonna be greedy with it.
Oh boy, oh boy. And so far he's taking it, you know, he even has a sensor tower to kind of secure his position a little bit more to make sure there's no drops or big doom drop towards the north. And yeah, Tavo, he's just trying to find an angle, or he should be. He can't just let NeO take this.
That sensor tower doesn't really actually sense anything. Okay, he's trying to put down another one over there in range. It's gonna be a little bit too late. He does see that going off though, so he knows they're on the way. He is able to siege up. The thing here that kind of scares me, there's no more neither player is going for Ravens.
Yeah,
I feel like Ravens are absolutely crucial in this, but it's one of those weird things Terrans do.
Yeah, like with Terran players, pretty often they start with like Ravens, like 2 or 3, and then they stop, and then like late game, then they restart Raven production.
Yeah, once they're like maxed out and like have room for 2 more units, like let's throw in those Ravens.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we do see he's trying to circle around. I think he did get spotted by the sensor tower, so near he's scanning, he's trying to catch where the army is. And what is a little bit scary is that Tavo completely stopped Viking production. He has no more Vikings in the air, looking to try and go for a big drop.
I don't think he's too worried about Vikings at all. He knows he lost that fight. I mean, he could. This is risky. A big drop is hard. Look how much static defense NeO has.
He's getting more.
He's putting down more. Which is fair because these turrets can shoot at the medevacs, but it's not enough to absolutely kill all the medevacs before the drops come. Medevacs are loaded and moving across the map. He's going to go for the double doom drop or a 1-2 punch, a doom drop, and then tanks. But I like that position there. Oh my god, the scan. He's doing it. Nothing but Marines. He's going to be able to take out these tanks. He's going to pull the attention of NeO all the way to the northeast portion, and that's going to allow him to go in with his other army. If he can just scan the side, he can take out all of his static defense and then go for the drop.
Oh, but the Liberators! There's no Vikings!
That's a big rip. That's a big rip. Pick it up with the medevac. Okay. Where's the Marines?
Oh god. Okay. So Tavo, he traded well. I think he killed like 3, maybe 4 tanks for free over here. He even escaped with the majority of his bio, but he wasn't able to find a way into the natural.
NeO's like, screw this. I'm getting 5 Vikings at a time. How's he getting 5 Vikings at a time, but not a Raven?
I know, right? It's insane. Meanwhile, we have this move out here. He's trying to hit the 3rd base, trying to siege up.
Oh wow. Poor Liberators, not even in range of the tanks.
Oh.
Ooh, they're multi-prong. I can't believe Tavo's doing this.
Yeah, this is the advantage of the bio tank, right? You're so much more maneuverable compared to your opponents, but the Vikings, they take out the majority of the medevacs.
You gotta bring the army back. He's letting them... I guess he's sacking all 4 of those... Oh god, he's sacking all of his tanks that are defending or attacking right now, and he's gonna go for the doom drop. He gets away with it. He drops just pretty much all the units he needs to. All the Vikings are gonna come back. They're gonna take out the medevacs and then drop, which should allow for another push somewhere else from Tavo.
Yeah, we do see Tavo is coming in. Ooh, the stim. He's trying to take down the planetary repair. We need the repair to save it. Oh god,
the repair! Oh, not like this. The repair could have saved that. There's no way he could have killed it without the repair or with the repairs going off. But he's got a bunch more CCs here ready to take the place of that one that was fallen. So really, at the end, I think NeO has the advantage here if he can re-secure his base.
Oh my god. So what's crazy is that 16 SUVs went down, but NeO isn't that far behind in workers. And as you said, like he's just double expanding. He has 2 CCs ready to go. So he didn't take that many losses. Like the supplies are still pretty even, or like NeO's still fine.
Yeah, NeO's actually looking I'm impressed right now. I'm impressed. Today's been very impressive. I like left and I was like scared to come back. Like, you know, it's like I left a bunch of like rabid animals in the room and I'm like creeping back in like, are they all alive? Did they kill each other? And I come back and it's like, it's actually going pretty good.
Yeah, like This is what
Latin
I love
American
about
StarCraft is not in complete chaos of craziness. This is like nothing but solid games. Even the cheeses were super solid.
Exactly. As we see Tavo, he's scanning, trying to go up the ramp. The tanks were not in position, looking to try and snipe the CC once again. Oof.
Oh, those splits are great. The splits, the lift, these is top. This is top notch here. Top notch TvT. I don't even mind that he went for mech.
This is what's great about these two players, because you're right, like they're on the same team. They do practice a lot together, and they have different styles. Like NeO is like La Tortuga, you know, he's like the turtling Terran. He's trying to be the
I like
wall.
that one.
Yeah, it's good. And Tavo,
maybe
like,
I should get a Spanish name for my Baneling.
oh, maybe that'd be good.
Yeah, right? That'd be cool.
But like Tavo, he's all over the place. Like he's trying to be as maneuverable as he can. He's trying to like break through the shell.
I mean, that's the thing. He's pretty much a Zerg right now. If he's mech'd up, you just don't engage him. You just try and hit him at different angles because he's got the mobility on his side. And I love this. Tavo now making the final transition. I wish he would get out some Ravens, but he's going to go into those battle cruisers, which are actually really good against this style. Actually, I don't know. There's a lot of Vikings out. We'll see how this goes.
Oh, we'll see. The drop almost killed the planetary, but it was not just barely enough. Meanwhile, the nice siege line.
Romanticide. This is a sweet spot, apparently. This Nook right here, I've never seen that before, and I'm glad I'm watching this because now that is what my eyes are going to be on.
Oh yeah. We've seen lurkers deal with this. We've seen tanks as well. 17 SCVs went down.
I'm sure if you had some Colossus up there too, that'd do good.
Oh yeah.
That's a great position there.
This is why I did not take that base, and I just
yeah. I either take it as like my second expansion, or I don't take it at all.
Oh god, it can just be so abusable, that position. But so far, Tavo, he's been able to find a lot of damage. He's expanding as best as he can all over the place as well.
Yeah, Tavo's on fire, NeO's on fire. I don't know who's gonna win this. NeO is kind of lacking in the worker count here now as time goes on, but he's got the bigger army count.
Oh yeah.
They're both maxed out, so at this point, Tavo has a bigger bank. He can remax, but can he do that before NeO counterattacks and ends him? The multi-prong from Tavo is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, NeO's being torn apart. His army gets pulled to the north, which means it gets the go for Tavo to just push here to the south.
I just think if NeO loses his base over there, why would you not try and defend your last mining base? Because now he's going to lose his other base. Maybe it's getting repaired. Is he going to heal? He's going to save it. Okay. All right. I'm impressed now. He managed to save both. Tavo, though, he's not done. He's got a small army here. He's going to do the damage that he can, taking out a gas geyser where he can, distracting with army here and there. But like I said, the counter from NeO is knocking at the front door of Tavo. Tavo has plenty of bases, though, so I think he can lose this and be fine.
This is the scary thing about mech, because now with a maxed out mech army, he's just going to go toe-to-toe. The BC teleports in.
Oh, there's so much anti-air here, though. That transition into BCs was not good enough.
Oh,
I feel like he should have gone for a lot of BCs, but he attacked knowing that a counterattack would come with only one BC on the way.
Yeah, exactly. There just wasn't enough commitment there to the BCs. There are 2 in production right now, which is great, but Tavo lost so much army, he has no bank. He has plenty of gas, but he has no minerals. He can't remake.
Yeah, that's a rough one. And he was making BCs. I don't know if he canceled them, but there's so many Vikings. Oh, he let the BCs finish. BCs aren't going to do anything here. They're going to have to like Yamato and teleport.
Yeah.
And he might save one of them.
Like, he's going to go counterattack with the BCs, which I think is the right call. Like, there's no anti-air here at the space, so he can get a free base, which is great. But, like, can he stop the main army? Maybe.
Maybe that's his plan. Maybe he just wants to bring the main army home. Because it's working. The main army's going home. And then he can always teleport back to the tanks. And NeO knows that, so NeO has to unsiege and go completely home. I can't believe he got out of there alive. This was a good play. I think this was good. He was able to even it up. He's got, I mean, I think NeO has a better mining now, but actually no, they're even.
I mean, it's so important that this northern base and this southern base were taken for Tavo. Like, they have been untouched this entire time. The worker count is still
he's got
really...
another base.
Yeah, he's slowly working on it. But like the worker count is pretty low for both players. Like, it's kind of scrappy right now.
Yeah. Like I feel like they didn't care because they were maxed out, but now that they both kind of traded out armies, now they're like, all right, how do we get back into this? This is kind of the problem with Mech, I feel, as well. Like, Tavo can run in, siege up, and try and get that position and then back out. NeO can't really get, like, wedge himself in that same position that Tavo is. Tavo hasn't even taken that base, too. So technically, NeO's been, you know, getting more gas right now, but gas isn't really the issue here for Tavo. Oh, drop him, man. Drop him. Drop him.
No. Oh, God. Okay.
God, okay. I imagine being in that medevac. It's like the Indiana Jones scene where he's like, "Start the plane." Just one medevac with 2 tanks flying away from, like, what was that, like 17, 20 Vikings and 2-3 Thors.
Oh, we're going for a bit of a base trade because NeO is not turning around this time. He's going straight into the heart of the Terran bases, into the natural. Meanwhile, we've got like this drop here to the south, and once again, like
that drop.
Yeah, he's just going for it.
Tavo can split his Marines and his Marauders. He should be good. He's not even sieging. He's going for it. Full-on base trade. What more could you ask for? Bases are being floated. NeO, he has the Viking count. I don't think Tavo can float any buildings anywhere. NeO can float buildings.
Exactly, that's the thing. Like, there's no Vikings, so if NeO wants to, he could probably like hide over here in the dead space.
But to be fair, NeO is oh, the rally, rip, the rally.
Oh God,
Tavo, please, Tavo, don't do this to us.
I mean, Tavo's out of money. He can't make anything else. It's unfortunate because like.
NeO, he's completely out of money. All his mining's gone. Tavo has 2 fully brand new mining bases.
True.
So he could still make a little something out of this if he plays his cards right. Maybe even move. He's about to secure another base in the bottom left-hand corner. That's
my
huge.
God.
If he can get these, look at the pair of units in his natural. He's pulling them out now. If he can get those units out, plus his army there, I don't know. I don't know if this is doable, but it's looking kind of weird. He's got a big army. He's gonna take out this planetary. There's no mining for NeO. NeO has a decent bank of $1,000. He's spending it now. He's getting Liberators. That's a good choice. Tavo, he's got to float everything he can out of there. Yeah. What is he gonna go for with what he has left? He has a huge bank.
The thing
what is he gonna make?
It looks like Tavo wants to fight. He stopped the base trade. Like, NeO was on 2 bases and he was able to hold because of his tanks, and now Tavo is waiting outside, waiting for NeO to go down the ramp.
He can box him in, but I mean the Vikings dropping, it's all over. There's 2 Liberators here. That's pretty much the whole kit and caboodle. Tavo has a way better economy right now. He's got there's no gas mining at all for NeO. 0.
Yeah, like he's long distance mining right now. That's what NeO is trying to do. The problem is, NeO scans, he sees the naked tanks.
Oh, the Liberators on siege. It's too late, GG. Ah, my guy. What a game. 23-minute meching Terran, just as we expected. That was great.
That was beautiful. This is what we wanted on Romanta's side. NeO takes game number 1, but Tavo was fighting well.
Yeah, Tavo was fighting real good. What did Tavo do that he had higher APM? I guess he was going for drops. That's what it was.
Yeah.
There wasn't really too much macro out of NeO. As we all know, mech is just F2 siege.
It is a lot slower. It is
like F2, but a little step above. So you don't just F2, you F2 and then siege.
But like,
then you win.
This is the great thing about what's been happening while you've been gone. Like these 2 specifically, Tavo and NeO, they've been getting better and better. Like they're in 2020, it was literally who like Tavo and NeO. What?
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. We've been seeing them climb the ranks. And I feel like I always kind of believe like how people would say, like, oh, once people get a certain age, they can't play. I don't know how old NeO and Tavo are, but I don't think they're like 15 or 16. If they are, then that makes sense, and they got a long ways to go. But, you know, it's great to see some of these older players that are still playing, like, climbing the ranks. They're actually getting good. They're actually improving. Cham's improving. He's beating Special. Maybe Special's improving. Like, all of StarCraft's going up right now. And, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing a proxy because this next game is on Submarine.
It is. It is. I love that they are not afraid of it. They are embracing the submarine. And along the lines of what you were saying, NeO, he's pretty young. He was born in the year 2000. He's 20 years old.
So that's crazy that people born in 2000 are 20 now.
Hey, we're getting old.
I am old. Yeah, we are old. We're getting up there. Like,
I mean, it's rough because I schedule like the birthdays for SC2 birthdays, and I look at the players and I see players who are like born 2001, 2002, 2003, and I'm like,
you're like 2000. I saw this funny video where it's like, I was born in 2000 and they're like, and there's more. Like, you didn't stop at 2000? No, but yeah, it's good. We're getting old, man. And it's, in case you guys are wondering, SC2 birthdays tells you all the SC2, being StarCraft 2, birthdays. Follow them on Twitter at SC2 birthdays.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. If you wanna be caught up to date with the people and you know when to wish them a happy birthday, like Paco Mike, it's there.
And I'm sure Kura only knows that because she follows SC2 birthdays.
It's the only reason.
Yeah, it's the only reason. Speaking of only reasons, the only reasons these players are here today is for the team kill. That's what it all comes down to. They probably practiced this matchup here with this opponent more than ever, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, playing for my favorite new team, Rebirth Esports. It is none other than the best turtle Terran out of Latin America. It is NeO.
And in the top left-hand corner of Submarine LE, we have his teammates, the other Peruvian Terran player, the purple Terran. He is not a turtle, he is not a meching Terran, but he's an amazing one nonetheless. Also representing Rebirth Esports, it is Tavo.
So if NeO's the turtle, does that make Tavo the hare?
Oh, yeah. The hair.
A little speedy medevac guy.
I like it. The hair, the bunny,
the bunny, the rabbit. I forgot how to say it in Spanish. Conejo or something?
Yeah, el conejo. There we go.
Yeah, see, I know Spanish, guys. I'm bilingual. I'm hip. Yeah, that last game was pretty nuts, though. Submarine SCV moving out a little early for my taste.
Yeah, pretty interesting because Tavo hasn't left his base at all yet. You know, only just now in SCV's going down the ramp. Not even. I
didn't notice this in TvT, the meta. They both go factory first, or is this cheese from both sides?
Yeah, they're like there's no 2 racks, there's no like add-on or faster add-on
no
on the racks.
Yeah. I personally, we saw it once, and I always do it. I go for the straight into the add-on, so you can make 2 Marines or 2 whatever you want to make, 2 Reapers, because normally you make 2 Reapers anyways. It's the same amount of time, I think, if you get the add-on and go for 2 Reapers.
Yeah.
I wonder why NeO put his barracks there. Was he blocked or something?
Yeah, like it does kind of protect the add-on a little bit because then the add-on's not a part of the wall. But interesting decision. You see it a lot more like to protect against Bane Bust in like ZVT or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do see.
Exclamation mark Funada at Destan SC2 in the chat.
Destan, he just wants some love, mate. He's just like he's just
not from anyone.
Nope.
He wants it from Light.
Yeah, and he's not gonna get it. F's in the chat. Exclamation mark Funada Destan. Okay.
Maybe if you competed more, you'd get it. But
yeah. Just saying.
Light only shows love to StarCraft 2 players.
You have to qualify for DreamHack.
You're a guy in the chat.
Whoa.
I was like, whoa, that's too far.
The fire coming out here from Yoda.
Fire facts. Okay, I don't think this is a fight NeO wins.
Yeah,
This could snowball.
Yeah, he's delaying the CC by quite a bit.
Yeah, that was great trades there by Tavo. This is good. This is the perfect map. I'm sure Tavo picked it, but how do you beat a mecher? You don't let him mech. And this is an easy map to not let him. The distance of the medevacs going across the map is not going to allow NeO to really turtle up.
It's going to be so much more difficult to do so. It's one of those things where the scary thing about a meching Terran is they turtle up until they're maxed out, and then that's when they start moving across the map, and that's terrifying. So Tavo, he's going to try and stop that from happening, going to try and end the game a little bit earlier, try and contain his opponent, make it hard to expand to 3 or even 4 bases.
Yeah. I wonder if I can watch StarCraft in my VR headset.
Oh. I'm sure there's like a Twitch app in there, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
I wish it was more immersive. VR StarCraft, I don't know how that would even work.
VR observing sounds crazy.
Ooh, that would be cool. I think VR is where they could go into like the StarCraft Ghost they were trying to make or whatever it was, like a first-person shooter. Like you're a Reaper. Oh, that would be great. Just the game where you're a Reaper.
Right? Like
VR Reapers would be sick.
Look, I know that the time has come and gone, but like imagine Blizzard investing into like a VR game. Like that'd be fun.
Oh my god.
You know, like
a StarCraft game.
Yeah.
Of any sorts at all, even slightly.
It doesn't even have to be an RTS, you know? Like just give us an FPS. Give us an RPG. Anything.
Give us a drop of anything. But as we all know, that will not happen. I feel like I'm scared that I'm going to be disappointed by Frost Giant.
Yeah. I mean, they've got plenty of time. Like they've got like 2-3 years before.
Too much time. They need to speed it up.
Ah, God.
But they should have done it in secret until they like launch it.
Yeah, it's a shame that like they're still very early on. It's gonna take quite some time, but not like this game, as already NeO is across the map looking to try and push into the third here.
Yeah, I think he knows the meching isn't gonna work here. He'll be able to save it eventually, but he is denying a lot of mining time on that third. Oh wow, can you block the stun in the chat? Can we ban him? Speaking of obscenities, I feel targeted. I'm triggered.
Apex. Competing in Apex. Mate. What's
Apex
going on?
Predators?
What? Apex Legends, right? Is that what it's called?
Unfortunately, I think that's what he's talking about. Yes, Apex Legends.
Yeah. And every now and then, Desan still streams, and he streams Apex. It's like, mate, what are you doing right now? What?
Man, this guy.
Put the gun down, all right? You're Protoss. The hell?
StarCraft would be great in VR. That's like a Protoss. Imagine like casting a storm. That would be great. Or being an adept. Anything in VR, StarCraft would be cool. Imagine if they just had an SCV mining game. Where you're just an SCV, in VR, and you just go and mine your little minerals.
Yeah.
Get you some gas. Build a building every once in a while. And once in a blue moon, you're like the one that goes out and proxies a bunker. Or you're one of those boys that gets pulled.
I just want a farming simulator game, except it's you're just an SCV on a ranch, you know. You've got like your ranch of overlords that you milk like
you milk them.
Yeah.
That'd be great. That'd be amazing. I saw the farming simulator for PC on sale at the store, and I actually want to buy it.
Yeah. It's
only like $6.
It's very in depth. It's very.
It is. So you played it?
I've seen people play it. It's just.
Oh, okay.
If you want to spend hours upon hours,
I should YouTube it first. I feel like it might be like a training simulator for me is in farming.
Oh, okay.
You know, like if there's like corn farming and stuff, I could maybe get some pointers. I mean, I guess the best pointer is by a freaking tractor, but we'll see. Speaking of farming, these guys are just farming themselves, farming minerals, farming gas. You know what? I picture those SEVs mining minerals. That's what I picture goes on when people say they mine Bitcoin.
Yeah.
This is Bitcoin mining.
If only
that should be a Reddit meme. Like, dude, here's a picture of the first ever Bitcoin miners.
If only it was that entertaining. It's not. It's like.
If only.
Yeah.
But speaking of entertaining, this looks like two swarms of bees about to attack each other. There's like big blobs on the map, kind of going left and right.
Yeah, they're slowly edging closer as we do see like Tavo is finally breaking out. He was kind of contained for a little bit there. I say that they're both expanding, but it looks like NeO, he wants some of it.
Oh, the TvTs. The Terrans are Terraning again.
They are. It feels so awkward to be one of those two Hellbats. They're like,
like they weren't invited. They showed up and no one said anything.
And now it's too late to say anything because they're here.
It's like one of the tank's little brothers that his mom made him bring. It was like, yeah, you guys can play, but you know, they just gave him flamethrowers instead of a whole tank. That's what it is. You're like, here, you can get the little car that turns into a little flamethrower. Like, all right, let's hop in the tanks. Mom made me bring them.
Did you do that like when you were younger in family reunions? Like you got all like the cousins, like they're playing like Xbox or whatever, and then you got like the little like primo, and you like give him like a toy controller.
Yeah.
Like, no, yeah, you're playing totally.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't really do that as a kid, but as an adult I do because I have a lot of nephews and nieces, and they always want to play what I'm playing. So I was like, here, take this little, hop on the remote. You're killing it. Good job. GG.
What about the remote? You give him like the TV remote? Like, what?
Yeah. Give him the TV remote. Tell them they're doing something.
Oh, God.
Like one of those TV remotes with the keyboard on it. That's how StarCraft should be played. Someone needs to rig that. Someone hack the Matrix and connect a phone. What is it? Not a phone. What are we talking about? TV remote with the keyboard. Get one of those connected for StarCraft. I bet that would up your APM and a lot easier to type.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe. Probably not, but someone do the math on that and get back to us. But for now, I think we're going to see an engagement here. Or we're going to see a siege, back up, unsiege, siege, back up, siege, back up.
I mean, that's basically what we've been seeing.
The ladder.
Yeah. And what's scary is that Tavo is maxed out, and he's been maxed out for a while, and the longer this goes on, the better it is for NeO, because NeO is slowly catching up in that supply. He's getting more tanks, more Vikings. Like, Tavo, he's going.
Or is it interference? Oh, he actually interference makes a lot of the tanks. That's not too bad. He should drop the Vikings. My only critique here, but with so much going on, he absolutely crushed all the army. If I was him, I'd say just get out of there. I don't think you can take out this planetary as it's going to be repaired, and he can drop the Vikings on you.
Oh, planetary does go down. Yeah, and the problem is that there are marauders protecting the tanks, so like the Vikings landing wouldn't even clean everything up.
He unsieged the few tanks that were kind of segregated from the group, and that was beautifully done. But I think NeO knows this, and his backup plan is like, I'm going to turtle up and mech, and then if you're gonna kill my base, I'm just gonna double expand behind it.
Oh god! But the thing is, like, okay, for Tavo to play this correctly, don't let him expand. If NeO ever tries to take one of these bases, then Tavo just jumps in and tries to stop him, because Tavo, like, he took a really good fight there, and again, like NeO, he's just got nothing but tanks and Vikings, like.
He's got something over there to the east to watch and make sure he doesn't take that base. I think it's just a Marine. Yeah, he's just got one single Marine there, just waiting to see what happens.
Oh, he's got a star.
Yeah, he got a star. What a little Marine. They look so small.
I would love like this like Marine action figure or something. Like that looks.
Yeah,
cool.
That one's pretty sick. I like that one. It looks old school. Like it makes sense why they build the bridges that way.
don't even, mate. Unless the Marines are literally like in like knight's armor and like like
that would be a cool mod.
Oh god. Okay, here we go.
All right, here no. I feel like if you're in this army, when you're like going to attack and then you just retreat and go a different way, I feel like the army commander's just like, attack, wait, pivot, pivot, attack, wait, pivot.
Oh god.
That's pretty much what just goes on in my head as I see this. As they try and move out and pivot. I don't know when they decide to pull the trigger. I don't think that was the best one for Tavo there, but it's enough. He unsieged, and then he re-sieged. Snowball. GG. Tavo knows what he's doing.
GG feels bad, man. Like he stemmed forward and went, and like, NeO was still sieged at that point. And then for some reason he unsieged, and it's like, what? No, what's happening? Oh god.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
It's like he psyched NeO out. I don't know what happened.
I mean, I don't know what happened. That was unexplainable.
GG. We're tied up. 1-1.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready in 2 minutes for the replay of that moment.
I'm watching the replay right now. I'm like, did he really do that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the army stemmed forward and then the tanks unsieged. Like it's not like the tanks unsieged and then Tavo was like, go time, and then he went in, right? Yeah.
That was interesting. I think he was like, okay, let me go in. So he like maybe unsieged while not looking.
Yeah.
And then he's like, wait, I'm surrounded, re-siege. And then he's like, oh crap.
Yeah.
And also, if you like tap it too many times, like if you tap it twice, it'll just re-siege and you can't even stop. I wish there was like a cancel siege mode, but that'd be too OP. But yeah, game number 3, a place I did not expect to be. I mean, I guess I kind of expected. These players were going at it pretty hard in game 1. Now tied up, game 3. It's like, has all of these gone to game 3 besides like maybe one matchup today? I think so.
Yeah, a lot of these have been pretty close. Like Sinner and Ryu were close, Jim Rising and Ryu as well. And here we are also getting into that ace match. Oh boy, we're loading into game. And pretty soon on stream, we're about to see it again. The moment.
Yeah, the moment. It is a rough one. It always happens right as we load in the game.
Yeah.
And man, what a way to go.
It almost looked as if like the rabbit like ran at the turtle and the turtle like hid into his shell. He's like as he unsieged, he's like going into his shell and That
was rough. That's one that's tough to see. Even as a Zerg, I feel bad for Tavo on that one, but I mean, bad for this guy up here for that one. That was actually great on the other player. But spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map, we are looking into the main base of a player from Rebirth Esports. It's none other than NeO, not from the Matrix. Or is he?
Oh. And spawning in the bottom right, we have the Peruvian Terran player. He is purple. He is also not from the Matrix. Representing Rebirth Esports, it is Tavo.
Or is he?
Or is he? All right. Predictions. We're tied up. Who takes the series?
Tavo.
Ooh. Tavo. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna say Tavo.
Nice.
I think it's difficult. I think Tavo is like the more like APM intensive player and he can make some moves, but it's also like harder to pull off as well. So like I want to say Tavo, but at the same time like NeO's good too. It's hard.
Yeah. Honestly, I think NeO should win this, but I don't know. That was just surprising me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like NeO could go for something crazier, like, but maybe this time he doesn't go mech. Maybe that's his big, like, crazy thing to do at the end.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, right? I think that's what he goes. I think that's the call. Because then if you're Tavo, I feel like Tavo really knows how to stop mech. Maybe this is such a big brain play by NeO that he trained nothing but mech against Tavo, and then now that they're playing, he's not going to go mech.
Oh.
Maybe Tavo's never seen him not go mech before. As I said, he's probably going to throw down another factory.
It's possible. It's possible. I mean, it'd be crazy if he throws one down early on. Like, we've seen between these two players, for the most part, their openers are pretty similar. They go 1-1-1. They get out their Raven, and it does take a while for them to, like, branch out into their tech parts. As, at the moment, things are still pretty similar between the two.
Yeah, definitely. That was a crazy game. I enjoyed that game.
Do you think we're ever going to get jetpacks?
No. The concept is too flawed. Fire right behind our legs?
Doesn't have to be
His
fire.
legs and butt would be torched.
What about, like,
I mean, that's probably why they
water-based?
haven't done it. They can't really, like, market it. They can't sell fuel. Like, what? You're not going to run off of fire? Pfft. Why even sell the things? What are they going to run off? Electricity? That's too cheap.
Well, like, I've seen there are the powered ones.
I've seen those. Those are cool, but you got to be in water.
Yeah.
And you got to be connected to, like, a water hose. But, yeah, I don't know about jetpacks.
Okay. NeO, he's trying to deal some damage. He's trying to be a little bit risque with those Reapers, but loses one.
But I think that it's kind of realistic that Reapers with their jetpacks can just, like, move faster and go, like, slightly up walls. It's not like they just shoot straight up in the air and fly wherever. That kind of makes sense. Like, if you shoot jetpacks, you could definitely maybe run a little faster.
Yeah.
Or if you put wheels on your feet and then have jetpacks, that would be the move.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, at that point, why don't you just get, like, a suit with wings and put, like, actual, like, jet engines on it? Like mini jet engines.
I feel like that would crush your shoulders. I feel.
Or rip them off.
Yeah.
Like Buzz Lightyear, you know? But at that point, you know, just get on a plane.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay like whatever $6 million for this made up technology, then just get you a private jet.
I always thought about that where like, you know, people always like ask like, oh, like what superpower would you want? And people are like, oh yeah, what about flying? Like, imagine, all right, you can fly, right? And you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go from Australia to America. That's still like a
that's super long, yeah.
Yeah, that's that's a long flight, you know. And you're gonna you're gonna be cold, like you can't like take food with you, or like what are you gonna do? Like try and like land somewhere to like have lunch or something? Like
pretty much just going on a road trip. Might as well just freaking drive.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be traffic, there's gonna be like birds and planes and I mean I guess it'll technically be faster, but it's still gonna be like what's the longest like flight possible? Like China to America or something? I don't know. Well, I know there's like to India, I think maybe is like a long flight.
Yeah. Like I'm pretty sure like from Australia to America it's like 15 to 18 hours. Like it's like it's a long time.
Yeah. And if you're flying, you gotta like rest before you hit the ocean, because once you hit the ocean, like you're there. There's no rest stops out there.
Yeah, that's scary, right? That's the longest part.
Yeah.
Like going through across the ocean. What if you get hungry? You know?
What if you fall asleep on at the wheel?
At the wheel.
and then you wake up and you're like in a building or in the ocean. You're drowning.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna wish you had the superpower to swim. I think teleportation is superior.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think the most superior special power is mind control.
Mind control.
Yeah. If you can control someone's mind, then you can just like do any other superpower. If someone has a superpower, you can control their mind to use their superpower. Bam, game over.
Okay.
But speaking of the mech and Terran, he is meching which is crazy.
It's crazy.
Tavo knows how to go against us.
Yeah.
Or does he? We'll see.
We shall see, as he is, going for that mass factory production. It's what we know. It's what we know him for. It's what he's good at. But Tavo, he himself is going for the more bio-heavy style. They're both expanding, taking their third bases. There's already a sensor tower up, so it's going to be a little bit harder for Tavo to try and do anything here.
Definitely. That sensor tower makes it impossible for Tavo to actually get the slip on NeO. I think Tavo should go for a Doom drop. Oh, he got all of his auto turrets off, which is pretty good. Oh my god, he got all of them out. What a guy. He's gonna win this fight.
Oh god, there's only one auto turret remaining, but the tank count is kind of evened out. 3 versus 3, and NeO has air superiority.
He needs to reinforce.
He needs to land his Vikings, but that's too late. That was just leaving.
Yeah, I think he was scared of the Marine reinforcements, which never came.
Oh boy. So they
now,
traded
given that
him.
they traded out decently, NeO he's always having, with his meching style, he always has the air advantage, which allows him to go for Liberators, which is always like detrimental to the game. I think that always changes the entire flow of the game. Because Tavo, without air superiority, you can't really go Liberators because they'll just die. What's over there to the north? Oh, that's the
Rax. Yeah. You don't normally see it that far out, but he's just kind of chilling there. It's interesting.
Yeah. Do you have another one at home? Is that his only Rax?
Yeah.
If that dies, he can't. I think that would scout that. Should go hunting for that.
Yeah, it's risky.
That's ballsy. That's risky. Yeah. that's really BM there.
Something that I'm very surprised about that Tavo is doing is that he. Like normally after that first engagement he switches straight into medevac production, but he made a wave of Vikings this time, so he will have some kind of presence in the air. He's going back into medevac, so he should lose the fight in the air, but at least he'll have these Vikings.
Yeah, I mean NeO just has no Marines. He's never gonna need medevac, so he's always producing Vikings consistently, 1 or 2 at a time. There's really no way Tavo can beat that, but I wouldn't mind if he got Thors. He's getting an armory.
Yeah, I think I would like Thors as well, right? Like
I don't know if he even has +1 yet. He's just starting his upgrades now, and I think we're gonna see Thors here.
Oh boy. And oh my god.
Factory's done, the upgrades are started.
Yeah, and I'm honestly surprised that NeO actually he made some. I think I could be crazy. I think he made some Widow Mines. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know what their purpose is, but
I saw it. I guess just scouting Widow Mines, something you can burrow so we can F2A move.
I guess.
To block the base.
He's on a
mission.
mission.
Like a burrowed ling.
Yeah. There you go. It's even one down here.
Widow Mine Simulator.
Where you just like in the ground for the majority of the time, like just poking your head out.
Yeah, you just crawl and then you just plant, and that's it. That's the game. GG.
Good.
I guess the Vikings buy him just enough time to get vision with his tanks. Who wins this year? I don't know who won.
Oh god, the Vikings land. Everything on the ground goes down. NeO is able to defend and clean everything up.
But he lost a lot. NeO has 80 workers. Never mind.
Yeah. NeO, man, we're talking about a making Terran. He's on 4 bases. Like he's just making SCVs.
El Tortuga. Yeah, he's taking it one step at a time. Slow and steady wins the race, apparently.
It does. You let your opponents come into you, right? Into your defensive tank line, and we'll see, because the tank count was almost reset, right? And Tavo, he's not done. He's going for more drops.
Yeah, and I bet Jim's laddered like 40 games already.
I just realized Jim's been waiting.
For like 3 meching games in a row.
Jim's been waiting.
The second one was fairly quicker than the regular mech, but I think this one might go on a while.
Oh yeah. We have finally Tavo is getting into the swing of things. We got multi-pronged attacks, and Tavo was able to deny this northern base here. He's getting ready with this main army here towards the lower half of the map, expanding as well. So the only thing missing here, I just realized, where are the medevacs at? So it's no.
There's two of them coming in.
Yeah.
Where's the Thors at? That's the important question.
Nowhere to be found.
Tavo's just sticking to his guns. I wonder if this stubbornness, does it work sometimes? Is it map specific?
We'll see. So far, like, his drops are dealing some damage, you know, he's killing a gas here and there.
He is already going into 3-3. That's pretty cool. But at what cost?
The cost of a move out that's happening right now. There's nothing here to defend this base. NeO isn't too far away though, so he can reposition as soon as Tavo pushes in, if he does decide to push in.
Yeah, it looks like he has scouts everywhere, so he's gonna know the second Tavo decides to move out. And there he goes. He finally gets the scout off. He knows he's moving out, and he's like, pivot. and now he's pivoting.
Yeah.
And now maybe he's gonna see it on the sensor tower. However, he does also see the attack to the north coming as well. He's got it on both sensor towers. How does he play this out? How does he defend? Not sieging the tanks quite yet. That position seems pretty fortified. In the north, though, he's going to be able to take everything out. He got the better tank siege position. He's in range of the base, but he doesn't technically need to take this fight against these tanks.
Yeah.
He could sit back and just slowly chip away.
He definitely could, as the Raven does go down. The tank does fall, though, for Tavo. So NeO defends, but he does lose a lot of workers. And Tavo, he still hasn't backed up. Like, he's still laying siege here as well. He has to be careful, though. Only 2 tanks left.
Yeah, but he's got the better position. I don't think NeO can really push up. I mean, I guess he could now. The funny thing behind this is NeO expanded to the south.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
it's one of those things where Tavo has no idea. He didn't see this. Like, he was so on point with, like, denying the 5th expansion here to the north, but this one somehow slipped by.
That's NeO's counter. Like, that was like, I know how to beat mech. You just hit him on different sides, and then NeO's like, I know how to beat that. I just expand where you're not expecting it. And also that cheeky barracks over there, never to be found.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, normally this rack should be like here, just to, like, catch a drop or something like that, but it's just.
Does anybody ever go to that side of the map in a TvT?
They shouldn't. Oh god, but it's there just in case. Oh my god, he actually scouts the SCV.
And he's going for that other base, so Tavo's on the ball now. He's gonna siege up in a good position. Oh, the Widow Mine. You were wondering what that's for.
Wow.
But he destroyed that base, and I think you should feel comfortable with losing these tanks here is fine. I think it's a worthy sacrifice. Buy more time, keep the army over here for NeO. NeO's expanding right in front of Tavo's face each time. He's absolutely disrespectful.
And Tavo doesn't see it. He still doesn't know. He hasn't seen it.
That is crazy.
He's going for the drop. There's no Vikings.
For doom drop. That's not a great idea. I mean, that's a fair trade. Oh, and then he comes in with the more Marines. You gotta take out that tank. Ah, you got it with the last shot. Feels bad, man.
Oh god, just barely was able to clean everything up.
That was nuts.
Oh god, but the problem is the counterattack, right? Tavo, he just used up a lot of supply. He lost the main fight to the north. He traded here, but does he have enough to defend against all these tanks and Vikings?
He's got to hold his army back as long as he can,
base trade?
And try and get a. He's got to scrap a base, and I say scrap a base and defend.
Oh god,
lift him up though, at least.
Tavo's just going
the base trade.
Yeah, he's going across the map. I mean, catching reinforcements is really good. Like, there's a bunch of free tanks here potentially. Yeah, as Tavo's going to get a couple of kills here, but at the same time, he's going to be losing 2 CCs.
If he lifts them and moves them out the way, he should be fine. He's actually securing Tavo's securing a base to the north. Oh my god, so many tank siege here on both sides. Are these Marines going to be able to take them out? They are going to town. They clear the natural. The natural's going to go down. 1 tank retreats. That's a good call by NeO. He's going to hold it off in the main base. And that's all he has until more reinforcements pop out. The base trade has commenced. Base trade in full effect.
Oh boy, exactly. Meanwhile, there's only one tank so far in the main base of NeO. So Tavo, he stims forward. Oh god, he clicked on the factory.
Oh, that was rough. He's still hitting it. Oh. Okay, I guess he got it eventually somehow. But either way, this is a pretty good positioning here for Tavo. And this, I like his position in this base trade better than last time. He did it, GG. My predictions were correct. Tavo has emerged the victor. I know these guys play each other because I don't think, when have we ever seen a Terran beat NeO like this in Latin America? This is history.
Exactly. Wow, I can't believe it. He was able to somehow pull it off. GG Tavo moves on, advances to face the Mexican Zerg player.
That's absolutely nuts. Tavo's sitting at almost 400 APM, 380. That's crazy.